this special edition of Life During this Coronavirus Pandemic. Today we are having a discussion with one of our priests who studied in Rome. He's coming to tell us about the situation in Rome before the pandemic, during the pandemic, and then when the restrictions were also being lifted, how life has been for them in the eternal city. Reverend Father JOACHIM Ansa, you are welcome.
Thank you, Father.
Father, how are you?
Please, I'm fine. I'm doing well. And you?
Yeah, we are also doing well back here. Now, how will you describe the situation of Italy before this coronavirus pandemic, came in?
In my estimation, life in Italy has always been beautiful. Italy is a country whereby they cherish work. There are a lot of people who have come from various countries who work here. And then for them, work is something that is very important to them. Yes, I remember even I was surprised to hear that on Good Friday, some people go to work on Good Friday. Yeah. And you were surprised to hear this from a Christian country like Italy, but yeah, that is the reality here. Yeah. And before coronavirus, before this pandemic, before this quarantine, life was so smooth. People go about their usual duties. School children go to school and other stuff. But at a point in time, we needed to have a change of lifestyle, and that was how come this whole pandemic came about. Okay. The last time I was outside before the quarantine was the last Sunday in February. Okay. That was the last time I was out. Okay. And then after February, when I think in the morning I was told by my parish priest that the government was going to declare a total lockdown. Yeah. Because of the rise of numbers. Yeah. Actually, it began with as you heard already, it began with few people with few figures, and then before we realize it has
gone up.
It has gone up so rapidly. Yeah. So that was the whole reality. That is what happened. And you know where the big figures were coming from. Lombardia. There's a place in northern Italy, Lombardia, Toscana. Yeah. And then Parma, some part of Parma, and Milano. Okay. Bergamo, another place, Bergamo. Yeah, that's where one of the popes come from, Bergamo. Yeah. That's where we had a lot of
John
cases.
The 23rd.
Yeah. John the 23rd, yes, that's true. That's true. Yeah. These are the areas where the figures were very, very, very disheartening. Very, very, very huge.
Okay. So Father, how will you describe life also during the lockdown proper? When the lockdown was announced, how was life like?
That's a good question, Father. As a matter of fact, life was not easy. Okay. Many people depend on work, and here in Italy and other parts of the world, in abroad, that people, whatever here, you are paid for the kind of labor that you do. Yeah. For your hours. Yeah. So many people were thrown out of jobs. People were thrown out of their jobs. Okay. People do not. Some people do permanent work and are paid at the end of the month, and others do other forms of work. There are various forms of work. Yeah. And for those people who do not do, or who are not doing that permanent job, they were in serious crisis. As a matter of fact, yes. Yeah. things were hard and things were very challenging for
Mm-hmm.
many people here. Yes, if you speak with Ghanaians,
Mm-hmm.
you realize that people um, were in trouble.
Okay.
Thanks be to the government, there were some facelift
Yeah.
at the various commune. We were told that people were to go to the various commune, and you had some card to buy certain stuff for your sustenance and for your livelihood. And that when that came, it was a good news to some people. And then Caritas also joined, and they also were involved, and they were helping people out to ease out these predicament.
A lifting of the total lockdown. How do you describe the situation now? The people, coming out for the first time, how are they feeling?
Yeah. When the government decided to lift the total lockdown, he brought what you call in Italian le parte della reapertura. That is, things were going to be done in stages. So and going to be done in phases. So the first one covered 2 areas. In 14th April, the government released that library and the stationery were the first people to operate. And then after 14th April, 18th April, like farms and industrial companies were also asked to operate at that time. That was the first phase. And then the second phase began in 4th May with free circulation. That was when we were asked to move in the streets. You were free to go out because you were not supposed to even travel from your place to another place. Like you were not supposed to go outside the commune to buy any stuff. And anytime or whenever you happen to meet a policeman, and you could take a fine for moving outside your own jurisdiction, your place of jurisdiction. Yes. So 4th May, textile shops, furniture and clothing were opened for people to operate. But big shops were not asked to operate by then. And then in 11th May, a tribunal also joined, and then certain offices were also opened in 11th May. And then in 18th May, bar, restaurants, and then other activities were also restored in 18th May. And then just recently, that was 2 days ago or so, 25th May, hairdressing and barbering shops and saloons also started working. And all these things are in the chat. So as your date come, and then you
go to
start to operate. Exactly. Otherwise, you will be in trouble. And I hear that in 31st May, that's the last day of May, tomorrow, the Campeonato di Calcio, those who play football and lovers of soccer and all those people will start to enjoy, but under strict conditions. All these matches will be played under closed doors. Then after that, I think in 8 June. In 8 June, the doors will be open for individual, but with face masks on and other stuff. That forms the second part, or the second phase. And then we have the final phase. The final phase will be in September, when school children will start to go to school, and not children, but those at the Schola Media and Superiori. If it were to be in Ghana, we will say those in JSS and secondary school and universities, they will start to go to school. And then in December, you have cinema and then the theaters also working.
Okay.
Then we have next year, March 2021, the discotheques will also be operating by then.
So from what you are saying, it's like everything has been spelled out clearly.
Exactly.
Okay.
Things have been spelled out clearly, and you dare not make mistakes with that.
Okay. And what about the church? When is the church resuming?
Very good. The church were given 18th May to begin, as you have already heard. Yes. In 18th May, that was Monday, the church started. But with the various regulations and protocols were to be observed. And then from then on, we have always kept to that protocol, and then those indications and regulations. But I must say that we have not yet started with the Ghanaian community. We are starting tomorrow. So yes, with Pentecost Sunday. So we are preparing to start. I hear that the Nigerian community have already started. They started last week. I heard they went to church, but with the Ghanaian community, we are yet to start tomorrow.
Okay. So, Father, what lessons can we also draw from the experience of Italy?
Yes, that's another beautiful question, Father. The kind of situation that coronavirus plunged all of us into. The whole world gnashing their teeth because of this pandemic. And for me, I think it's a wake-up call on us that we have to be careful in our ways, and spiritually and physically. We have to continue to observe the protocols. When we watch certain videos from Ghana, sometimes we are sad in a way, because people continue to joke with this situation, and I think it is not something to joke with. It is something that we have to take seriously. We have to apply all the measures that the government, the big people have told us to observe all those protocols and then abide by them, so that we can free ourselves from this pandemic. It's sad. It's sad. If you see a lot of people who have to die, people losing their family, and as soon as you have coronavirus and then your situation is worse, the propensity of not seeing your family again very high. It's sad. But God has been good. God has been good.
Now, this is a very critical question. Now you guys are enjoying life gradually after the lockdown. How is the wearing of the masks, the use of the hand sanitizer? How are the people adhering to those protocols?
Yeah, that's another question. A good question, Father. I must say that people are trying. Until I came here, I thought that it's only Africans or maybe Ghanaians who are recalcitrant or are stubborn, or in a way. But some of the whites are also stubborn. Only last week, with all these many deaths and everything, we heard that at a particular place, people without a mask gathered at a place, and it was sad, So this situation of this advice does not go to only white or only black or whatever. No, it is for all of us. If you really want to fight out this disease and then do away with it, then it is a collective effort.
Okay.
It's a collective effort. Yeah. Mm.
Is
So,
there any fine?
but people are trying.
Okay.
Mm.
You finish, then I'll come in.
Yes. You're asking whether there is fine for not wearing the mask.
Exactly.
Yes, Father. You attract a fine for not wearing it. Should you be seen outside by a policeman not wearing the mask, Father, it goes with a fine.
Okay.
And already, I can tell you that with some members of the Ghanaian community here, during the lockdown, some people decided to go beyond their bound, where they went outside their commune. And when they met policemen and they were not able to provide good reasons for being at where they were not supposed to be, exactly. Okay. They attracted some big fine.
Oh, okay.
And they went away crying and all that. But you know, these people, no matter how you cry, you will still
the law
pay
is
the
the
fine.
law. Yeah.
The law is the law. For them, the law is the law. That's
but before we take leave of you, your final message or any advice to your brothers and sisters, the Ghanaians in Italy and the Ghanaians over here, as we fight this pandemic.
The little thing I will tell my Ghanaian community, Africans, everybody, is that we never thought that 2020 will come along with this coronavirus, this deadly disease, which has slapped every humanity, every person in the face. It is something that we have to fight it collectively. Ensure that all the protocols that we have been given, we follow them to the letter. Yes, we are praying, but we have to complement our prayer with these measures that has been put in place. And I think that if we collectively do our part and then subject the rest to God and pray, I think we will be free.
Okay.
So I therefore tell each and everyone listening to me, all the good people out there, that my fellow Ghanaians, that when it started in Italy, it was like we all in Ghana. What we heard is, oh, Ghana, we are free. Ghana, we are free. And little did we know that the cases will go up.
Yeah.
So we have to be careful in our ways and not try to contaminate others. Do a favor to others. Wear mask to protect yourself, protect your brother, and then do all that you are supposed to do. And I think you all, by so doing, fight this coronavirus. That's all that I have to say for that. Right.
All right. Father Joachim, thank you very much for talking to us. I mean, it's been wonderful having this conversation with you. You come your way again at another time to continue this lovely conversation.
Okay.
Enjoy your stay.
Father,
stay safe. Yeah.
Okay, Father. Before I take leave of you, one thing that is sad for me again is that next year, all those the coming and in, those who have to travel from Ghana or from any African country to Italy would have to wait till 31st March 2021.
Oh, when the airport will be opened.
Exactly. Wow. And and things are going to be safe and all that. They are not going to leave things guarded.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that is information reaching us. So
okay.
we pray. We pray that maybe
exactly.
Pray that something is done about it, because I know that people will travel. People have to travel for good reasons. Then if it really happens, then that is a blow will be a blow to some people. But we still pray and hope that God knows best, and we know that God has power to do all that is beyond the imagination of man.
Yeah.
And we trust God for that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay,
Right.
Father. Enjoy the rest of the day and God bless you.
Okay.
All right.
Greetings to you also, and
Bye-bye.
all the boys.